Hello everybody, welcome. Carol here. So I just wanted to come on and talk about my program. So why was Authentic Feminine Mastermind created? Who is it for? And what is it? So I created this essentially because I feel like I have a lot to say and a lot to share. And it's so much more than I can just offer in a 75-minute yoga class. And although I love being a yoga teacher and I've been a yoga teacher for 6 years and I consider it a huge part of me, like I said, there's so much more that I want to offer that I can't fit into a 75-minute class. And I really consider this program of taking yoga off the mat. And yoga isn't asana. It's not just postures or movement. It's not a workout. It's not stretching. It's so much more. And it's how we can step into like the state of happiness from using our like higher potential of reaching more of our capacity and how we can live a fulfilling life. So I created this program because I want to share so many of the things that have helped me create my ideal lifestyle, that have helped me create my own reality, and that have really helped me like step into the woman who I want to become and know that I am meant to become. So this program is designed for women, specifically for yoga teachers, coaches, entrepreneurs. You don't have to be any of those things. You also might just have like a deep desire to show up as your more authentic self, to show up as your truer self. And it is for the, more people that have these service-based businesses, just because that's my experience. That's what I relate with, because that's who I am. That's what I do. But again, like, you don't have to have any of those things, particularly if you feel like you really, truly connect with this program. So this is for the woman who is like ready to dive in deep, who wants to peel back the layers, who is ready to kind of take like that messy action, who knows that nothing is going to be perfect, that there is no right moment, and she's just ready to go for it. Like, she knows that there's something more out there, and she's ready to claim that as her life and claim that as who she is. So that is really who it's designed for. And what it is, it's this 12-week journey inward towards more pleasure, purpose, prosperity, and freedom, so we can live a life of more fulfillment and more authenticity. And again, it's like creating this ideal lifestyle. It's stepping into the woman that we are meant to become. And we go through all these different modules that help us start to peel back these layers, that tap into how we can create, first of all, a routine that is lasting and healthy habits. And it's a routine and healthy habits that serves us. And it's not that we're doing it because it's the trendy thing or it's the in thing or it works for our friend. We're doing it because we connect with it, because we know that it's going to make us a better person. And again, it's just something that we want to do because we know that it's going to help us get to our dreams, get to our goals. We know that we need that. So the first module is finding that healthy habits, finding a routine. It's becoming so anchored to that we kind of create this lasting habit and routine. And then we move into the blueprint for human fulfillment. And this is talking about pleasure. It's talking about how we can experience more love and beauty and joy in our everyday life. And it's moving into purpose. What is our true calling? How can we step into this higher self? We talk about prosperity. It's healing our relationship with money. It's talking about wealth and health and how we can live a prosperous life. And it's not just money, but that is a huge part of it. And I'll talk more about that another time, but yeah, so that is a huge part of it. And then it's freedom. It's how can we fearlessly step into this woman, and how can we liberate ourselves from anything that needs liberating? And again, how can we move into more freedom? And then we take all of these things and we move them into like our soul level values. So we value each and every one of these things at our soul level. And from having these values, we start to understand what these deep driving desires are, and we're able to turn those into goals. And we're able to turn those into the goals that scare the hell out of us and that light a fire in us. And these goals that make us want to just keep going and going and going, because we are so lit up by that. And the entire process lights us up and brings us joy and pleasure. It's not just the end goal, it's the entire journey to that goal. And yeah, these goals are big, they're audacious, they come with risk and big reward, and they're freaking beautiful. And we talk about how we can achieve that. So from all of that, we start to move into healing our relationship with ourself. It's healing our relationship with our body, with food. It's moving into self-acceptance. How can I truly embrace who I am and who I am meant to be? How can I find more self-love? How can I know that my worth and know my value in this world and hold on to that so deeply, so truly, because I know it to be true? And then from here, we move on to our your core, a limitless being. So this is where we tap into a lot of my practices that have come from my core strengthen and stretch. And it's these practices that have helped me move into just finding a fuller potential and higher capacity and like upping my limits slowly and beginning to do these things that I never thought I was able to do. And yeah, it's moving into this like limitless being within, and it's tapping into this own personal power and knowing that we have this power, we have this potential inside of us. So it's not the fact that we're seeking it anywhere else, we're just connecting back to our core, connecting back to that essence so we can tap back into that beauty that is already within. And then lastly, we move into shine bright like a diamond. So we are activating our entire being here. This is where we find this like our own uniqueness. This is where we lead ourselves. We tap into this like exquisite beauty and preciousness that we hold that is us. And this is where we get to freaking shine, where we put everything together and we are these like radiant beings. We are leading ourselves or showing up in the world. We're letting go of that fear, those barriers, those things that hold us back. We no longer want to play it small, and we are ready to put ourselves out there. We are ready to be that woman. And it's like this magnetic energy that we'll talk about throughout this entire time of how we can be an energetic match for the things we want, how we can show up in our own magnetic authentic way. And just like, yeah, coming back into that truth. So I call this a journey inward because it is. Everything we're doing is diving in, and it's realizing that we have all of this beauty inside of us. We possess this pleasure, this purpose, this prosperity, this freedom. All of it is inside, and we're just connecting back to it. And then we're learning how to radiate it out into the world. And when we radiate it out into the world, we get to slowly be that little change that we know that our world needs. It's the healing that our world needs. And we know that we can be a part of that. We know that we can be that revolution, and we can lead ourselves. And we don't have to be that follower, because we know that we are so ready to take this action. And we are so ready to see this change in us and everyone else around us. And again, in that bigger picture. So just like yoga, all of this work isn't here to just serve us. It's serving a greater good. It's serving at a higher level. And yeah, so it's this entire program of just putting all of this together and like, again, just coming back home to ourselves and experiencing a life that is so fulfilling, that is so uniquely ours. And we are grabbing that. We are taking that opportunity. It is ours. So we are claiming that for ourselves. So Authentic Feminine Mastermind, it is a 12-week program. We have weekly group calls that are included. There's a private Facebook page for all of the women in there, so we can stay connected, we can support one another, we can share things in there. You will also get 2 one-on-one sessions with me. They're 30 minutes long, so we can dive in a little bit deeper to what you are looking for. You'll have access to some of my yoga classes, meditations, breath work. I'll offer in some other fun little things that you'll find out about throughout the time. There's also a success tracker, so we can kind of like see where you're at within your goals. We can stay aligned with that and stay connected to them, and just like see where you're at within all of this. And there's probably a lot more that I'm forgetting about. Oh yeah, we'll do fun journal prompts, fun love work, this like homework that aids in your transformation, and it's meant to be like fun and celebratory and just meant to like light you up. So it's going to be so much fun. This space is limited to 10 women. So only 10 women. I want this to be an intimate group. I want everyone to be able to share, to create this space where everyone can connect with one another. So 10 women. And right now, as I'm kind of doing this first round, this is going to be the lowest investment it will ever be. So if you're interested, definitely ask me for my link. I'll send that to you to see the entire sales page broken down. And then there's a link to a discovery call. So you can book that discovery call with me where we can just see where you're at right now. We can see where you desire to go. We can see if this program seems like the perfect fit, if we seem like a perfect fit to work together. And yeah, from there I can extend the invitation, and we do start the first week of May. And yeah, it's going to be so much fun, so exciting, just full of like love and support and motivation and accountability. And it's everything that you really need to like create this ideal lifestyle, to get it all started and to begin like that journey of stepping into the woman that you know you are meant to become. Okay, if you have any questions, always feel free to reach out. Thank you so much for listening, for watching. From my wildfire soul to yours. Signing off, Carol, the free spirited wanderer.